All right, my name is Raymond DeLeon with Smooth Operation of Law, and I'm going to sit here with my hair fucked up and actually goddamn give a product. Most people, when they think of intellectual property, they think of creative works, right? This is the thing that, I use, right, to go ahead and even challenge up to sovereign immunity, which is where a secure party creditor fails. So what I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to give the lower schematic of IP protection in the form of something that's digestible. The music industry. Because they're doing it all day. And you'll have people inside that music industry that will say, I worked with this guy, I did this. And yet, you can't even see them. They're not living the monetization reality that they could have if they would have known these strategic elements over brand control. Right? So what happens? They establish relationships piggybacking off of someone else's success, even albeit it is a connection into someone who could invest. But the truth is that you have to invest in yourself. When you invest in yourself, you make yourself the steward. You make yourself the steward of your own brand marketing, brand control. And it allows you the strategic position to have the know-how to inspect when you are being defrauded. No more giving somebody $100,000, $200,000 to make your dreams come true as an investment into a particular party. You will, by the end of this class, understand the true measurement of what it takes to establish intellectual property. We are going to go through both trademark and copyright. And what we are going to do is we're going to give a PhD level schematic on what is real and what is not. Because there's a bunch of people, just like in the SPC community, that will sit there with a fucking goddamn guns cap and try to play you for a fool. Don't get raped for your state of creativity. Intellectual property is intellect as property. It is the management of the intangible, your soul. And if you are an asshole to yourself, who's in love with your own dream, but does not fall in love with the duty of becoming, do not listen to this, because this is going to actually take you out of your turtle shell, and you will feel like a turtle who just got a mortgage foreclosure on its own turtle shell. It will feel unnatural because reality sucks when you're naked in the garden of chaos. The Complete Independent Artist Domination Blueprint, a PhD level strategic framework for 2025. Lord Raymond, me. Your comprehensive roadmap demonstrates exceptional strategic thinking and allow me to expand this into a complete operational framework that mirrors the precision and control we implement in the smooth operation of law irrevocable trust intellectual property management. Strategic foundation and brand architecture, core identity development, brand DNA framework, sonic identity, develop a signature sound that that's immediately recognizable within 5 seconds. Visual ecosystem. Create a cohesive visual language spanning album artwork, social media content, social content, merchandise and live performances, narrative arc, craft a compelling origin story that connects emotionally with your target demographic, value proposition, define what unique experience you provide that no other artist can replicate, professional digital infrastructure, primary hub. You might want an internet website with some e-commerce, email capture, and some goddamn analytics. SEO optimization, target long-tail keywords related to your genre and geographic location. Mobile optimization, ensure 3-second load times and responsive design across all devices. Analytics integration, Google Analytics 4, Facebook Pixel, and platform-specific tracking codes. Okay, so when we're looking at the core identity, let's look at some artists. 50 Cent. The mere fact that the fucker was from Jamaica, Queens, went to Spofford, was built, then became fat. Then after being shot 9 times and surviving death, he was able to actually take that pain of his story and made songs that went super nuclear. Example, many men wish death upon me, blood in my eyes, dog, and I can't see. Why was that real? Because people knew his backstory. He was shot 9 times. Rotten Apple, his label, that was under Columbia Records. Hey, he had a good contract. And they let him, meaning released him from that contract because of those 9 bullets. He was a liability. They would lose investment because of chaotic behavior in the streets. After he recovered, he kept going. He had a buzz. And then what happened? Well, Eminem, Dr. Dre took him on, and he became the mogul that he is now. Shout out to him. Fun fact, his best friend is Robert Greene. Hey, maybe one of his top friends. Yeah. 48 Laws of Power. He made the 50th law. He took street grit and put it to that book. Philosophy that works when you're playing games of power, games of throne. So this is brand identity, story arc, things that give your product its messaging, brand tone. What does your brand sound like whenever it's being distributed? If you think of 50 Cent, you think of not only him, but the character that he's involved with. If anybody knows anything, they do know 50 Cent doesn't back down.
Right.
Advanced distribution and revenue optimization, multi-platform distribution strategy, primary distributors, comparative analysis. DistroKid, $19.99 a year, right? 100% royalties. Fastest distribution within 1 to 2 days. TuneCore, per release fees, more promotional tools, detailed analytics, CD Baby, one-time fee structure sync licensing opportunities, physical distribution, metadata mastery, ISRC codes, secure your own prefix for complete ownership tracking, genre targeting, use specific subgenres rather than broad categories, mood/tempo tags, optimized for playlist, algorithm matching, and lyric integration, upload synchronized lyrics to enhance engagement. Revenue stream diversification, primary income sources, streaming royalties, target 1 million streamers monthly for sustainable income. Licensing, register with ASCAP, BMI, and platforms like MusicBed, Artlist. Merchandise, 40 to 60% profit margins on branded items. Live performances, local venues to festivals. Fan subscriptions, Patreon, OnlyFans model for exclusive content. Teaching workshops, monetize expertise through online courses. Now, be advised. Right here, they're telling you how to get your fucking product. Royalty, meaning residual income. How to establish an income. And the cool thing is that at the end, it even tells you teaching and workshops. Once you listen to this video and you reverse engineer the shit that's coming out of my mouth, you might want to go and make that shit a habit. Reverse engineer whatever's on this screen. I just read it. Go ahead and fucking take your cell phone device. If you have Google or Android, hit that fucking square at the bottom. What it's going to do is it's going to give you an option to highlight the text on the highlight the text on the screen. And when you highlight that text, you will then take all the text, stuff it into artificial intelligence, and then expand on those topics. When you do that, you will then embody that information. You will put it into action and gain some combat experience. And once you prove the method of the strategy that you just copied off of your screen, what you will do is then take that knowledge and give it to someone else by providing income, workshops. It just gave you a way to eat if you are willing to teach yourself. Don't be in love with your own idea. Become it. Wait. I got to give you guys an example. So I'm going to hit that square at the bottom of my fucking screen. This is what's going to happen. Bang! You see that screen overlay? Kill. We got all the data. Now we're going to fucking goddamn select the text. Bang! Copy. Bang! Oscar Mike into artificial intelligence. Drop it. Okay? Send it. It's going to process it. You see it? Reverse engineer. See how much data I just got? Stop letting stupid motherfuckers who want to be in the goddamn middle of your dreams steward you like you're a bitch. Do we understand that? I know, I hear it in your fucking heads. Yeah, we do. And I'm going to say this because my ass is black. Don't be the motherfucker on the hood who just got done with selling crack, thinks they're about something, and won't even pick up a fucking goddamn robot which cuts book time. If you got an attention span problem, okay, the robots goddamn help you get to the point that you want to be, right? Get you into the point that you want to be at. Hey, get you to your destination. Because it provides quick, short, fast, sharp resolutions on the steps that you should take. Does that make sense? Yeah, I hear it in your head. Yes. Release strategy and campaign architecture. The waterfall method 2.0. Pre-release phase, 8 to 12 weeks. Week 1 to 2, studio footage, songwriting, process, content. Week 3 to 4, behind the scenes recording, and blah, 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 blah. All right? You're going to put your package together of everything that you did. That means behind the scenes cuts and your whole product creation. Your whole product creation. Hey, put that shit on camera. People want to know. That creates more backstory. It creates more backstory. So, release week execution. Day 1, official release, social media blitz. Day 2 to 3, fan engagement, user-generated content campaigns, press interviews, podcast appearance, playlist follow-ups. Post-release optimization, 4 to 6 weeks. Performance analytic review, successful content format replication, playlist pitch follow-ups, and fan feedback integration into your next release. And you're going to analyze how all that data, when you packaged it, all right, how that shit hit the market. And when you hit the market, if you build the right build-up, back in the day, they used to use the mixtapes. Nowadays, you can use lots of social media, right, to create more backstory on how that product came about. That way you build anticipation. And then when you release it, it better be as fucking easy as a straw breaking the camel's back because you did the right build-up, kill. Don't do that, and you sabotage your own product. Stop fucking running around out of the back of your trunk or with some 5 or whatever, or Spotify or CDs or whatever the fuck you got going on. Hey, you need to hit the market more structured. You have to build anticipation, then release it. When you release it, look at how your marketing campaign actually worked or failed based on the information of post-release analytics. And then use that data to go ahead and learn from it and forward into the future a new strategy that corrects all delinquent postures or decisions that were made. Number 4, social media domination framework. Platform-specific strategies, TikTok mastery. Post schedule 1 to 3 times daily during peak hours, whatever. Hashtag strategy, mix of trending. Niche tags. Engagement tactics, duets with fans. Trend participations, original sound creation. Hey, duets with fans, that shit is real. There are people who are music engineers. I forget this white guy's name. Good guy. He pretty much finds rappers and then tries to produce a product with them and then puts it on YouTube. And that's his whole gig. He just produces with underground rappers. Instagram optimization, feed strategy, high quality photos, maintaining brand aesthetics, stories, daily behind the scenes content, polls, Q&As, reels, music snippets, performance clips, trending audio usage. IGTV, video, longer form content like acoustic sessions, interviews, YouTube long-term growth, Content types, music videos, lyric videos, acoustic versions, blogs, SEO optimization, right? That's search engine optimization, which means keyword, rich titles, okay, detailed descriptions, custom thumbnails, community features, polls, posts, premiere countdown, monetization, ad revenue, channel membership, super chat during live streams, advanced engagement strategies, community building tactics, Discord server, create exclusive fan-based communities, right? Fan community with tier-based access, email segmentation, separate lists for casual fans, super fans, industry contacts, fan-generated content, encourage covers, dance videos, art submissions, virtual events, live stream concerts, Q&A sessions, songwriting workshops. Every time that they tell you to, one, make a workshop, what they're saying is that involve the community to creating their dreams to become true. It's like right now, I love IP, right? I love IP because that's the only fucking way you could get felonies off of a case, and don't make me go there. Caveat for any lawyer that thinks that I am playing. Fuck you in the hole you came through. See me on the battlefield. See me on the battlefield. I love my craft so much that I am enthusiastic about it. It is my identity. If your brand story, your product, your engagements is your lifestyle, then show people, if it is your identity and they identify with you, how to go ahead and live out their life in style. If you're wondering why you have a stagnant marketing process, it's because you don't believe in your own goddamn mission and you don't brand Earth with your presence. You need to find as many ways possible to ensure that you brand Earth with your presence. Jesus did it, and he didn't even have a social media campaign. Amazing. In thousands of years. He'll long live past DMX's anything. Past Elvis's anything. Past Michael Jackson's anything. No social media. He branded Earth. 5, live performance and touring strategy. You can start coffee shops, open mic nights, house concerts. Hold on. My door just opened because it's windy outside. Woo, dusty. Fucking dusty. All right. 8, focus on building local fan base, perfecting live performances, revenue, $50 to $300 per show. Now, I know somebody's going to look at me and fucking say to me, but I made more than that. Why I'm getting paid so little bit? Shut the fuck up. How many, what the fuck? 8, how many goddamn fucking shows have you done? And then if you have done and gotten paid, good for you. But if you bring the expectancy here, it's pretty usable. Because probably the DJ got you a spot as a favor because you're a nobody. You're nobody. Now, if you are a somebody, then go charge premium, $10,000 upon arrival, and punch the DJ in the face if they fuck your money up. Because they're going to pay guarantees. They'll probably give you half and then half. And if they don't pay you after the club, the baby on. All right, so tier 2, 500 to 1,500 capacity. Music venues, small festivals, college campuses, right? Once you start getting some momentum. Focus, regional expansion, professional booking, revenue, 500 to 2,000 per show, increased merch sales. Tier 3, hey, you better have guys out there with the box t-shirts. Like, hey, support us. Yeah, go do that. Hey, tier 3, 1,500 plus capacity. Major venues, festivals, main stages, right? Touring support slots. Focus, national and international reach, industry recognition, revenue, 2,000 to 10,000 per show, like I said. Hey, sponsorship opportunities. Electronic press kits. You guys better get a fucking electronic press kit. And you're only going to get that if you have all your branding and data ready. Now, electronic press kits. Professional bio. 100 to 200 to 500 word versions. That means you need 3. High resolution photos, performance promotional, candid. Music samples, 3 to 5 best tracks, kill. Performance videos, press quotes and reveals, social media statistics, and technical writer and stage plot. 6, advanced marketing and promotion, playlist pitching strategy, independent playlist targeting, research curators through platforms like Submit Hub and Playlist Push, personalized pitches with specific reasons for playlist fit, follow up professionally without being pushy, build relationships with curators over time. Hey, I couldn't have said that shit better myself. The worst thing that a motherfucker, let's say that you got curators, right? And those motherfuckers are listening to some guy sitting there, 18, 19 years old, maybe even 30 years old, right? If you knew better than them, find where you agree, because you're agreeing on the curation of your product. If you find them to be lacking, you don't have to push, you just eliminate them. If you are hard-headed and you think you know something, that guy might not want to deal with you because you might just be pushing them and they might be in a different operational frequency, i.e. a flow state. What's a flow state? They'll get to it when they do. And everybody in the music industry is looking at whatever product or project they are undertaking and making, they want to benefit and monetize it. But people work at different pacings. Some people release an album once a year. Some people release an album once every 5 years. Some people release an album and they make so much money that the shit is legendary. And they might only release 2 or 3 in their lifetime. Not everybody works at the same tempo. Advanced marketing and promotion, playlist pitching strategy, independent playlist targeting, research curators through platforms like XYZ. We just said it. Submit, playlist push, personalized pitches with specific reasons for play. Hey, I just read that shit. Excuse me. Algorithmic playlist optimization. Encourage saves, not just plays, in first 24 hours. Target specific limits similar demographics through social media ads. Collaborate with similar artists. Collaborate with similar artists for cross-pollination. That's where it gets tricky. Maintain consistent release schedule for algorithm favors. All right. So when you are talking to other artists, everybody's going to start talking money. Everybody wants royalties. Everybody wants a part. Everybody wants it. That's where it gets tricky. Some people will, in fact, just do the feature because you're worth a damn. They're worth a damn. All right. And what happens is that it just brings more fans. But a lot of people that are just starting that don't have a project that is fully established as a brand identity walk in and want to do features with artists that are already established. And then the artist that has the higher ground is now charging you $5,000 to $10,000 a feature. Maybe $1,500 or something. When that happens, I am telling you now, that is where fuckery starts to happen. It's not generally by the artists themselves. It's generally by some middleman who's promising you a connection to them and will not establish it. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. Because once you are official and established, people that are established will look at you and say, oh, I like that. And they'll ride with you to give you that catapult to help establish your brand. It is almost like a Darwinistic filtering system. The weak ones will want to be by you and want to honor you because you look like opportunity. The ones that have the power and the pull, that are immune from your existence, will come in actual appreciation of you and will lend a hand. But the bottom line is you need that fucking baseline to establish your presence. That way you can filter them out with that Darwinistic filtering system. Press and media relations. Media tier strategy. Tier 1, local newspapers, blogs, radio stations. Tier 2, regional music publications, podcasts. Tier 3, national music media, major blogs, streaming platform features. Press kit essentials, compelling press release with newsworthy angle. 8, press kit essentials, compelling press release. 8, your shit better be compelling. 50 Cent getting shot 9 times was a compelling thing to listen to. I don't care if you were white, black, from India. Any man on earth, any woman on earth understands that you survived 9 rounds that broke through your jawline. Bullets, fragments still in your tongue till today. They understand that. And you did what? And you wanted to retaliate. They understand that you're built from a different cloth. Okay? So your product is believable. You now are an organic influence. Professional photos in multiple formats, streaming and download links, artist quotes and background information, contact information for booking press management. 7, financial management and business structure, business entity formation, recommended structure, LLC formation, publishing company, performance rights organization. We got ASCAP, BMI, and CSAC, right? 8, registration. Sound recording copyright, right? 8, you want to register with the U.S. Copyright Office. Hey, go get some of that Title 17 action federally. Financial tracking and optimization, essential metrics, customer acquisition cost, cost to gain 1 new fan. Lifetime value, total revenue per fan over time. Conversion rate, social media followers to email subscriptions to paying customers. Revenue per fan. Track all income streams. Budget allocation framework, 30% marketing and promotion, 25% production, 20% live performance, and 15% business operations, 10% emergency fund reinvestment. Technology stack and tools, essential software and platforms. So now you got to go get your Pro Tools and all that bullshit. Marketing and analytics, social media management, email marketing, analytics, fan relationship, business management. You got to get your accounting, project management, right? Hey, project management is important. I want to stop right there. A lot of people want to be around people who want to be part of the team. All your fucking rappers or whatever the hell you got going on better all develop some fucking business and legal acumen. Why should they do that? Let's look at this device real quick. Let's look at this device real quick. We got some Chat GPT, we got some file extraction, we got some quick takes that's to teach people. We got some Canva. We got some Zoom. We got HTML. Let's look at this HTML real quick. I'll pick this one. Now, why is it that a guy like me would be able to understand how to program? Oh, here we go. Copyright registration and enforcement. These are things that I do. All right. Hey, why would I have the ability to do HTML? Because I didn't just study law at law school. I didn't just become a Marine. Nah. I didn't go to school just for audio engineering and shit like that. As part of the reason why I understand how to create music. I'm not selling you my rap career. I'm selling you my technical acumen. Everybody that's around you must develop some business or legal acumen because they're already playing in the sandbox with the art. Everybody wants to doodle. until they get fucked up. Because in this game, there are wolves and they are just poodles. You need to be a self-sustaining ecosystem. So if you got a guy that smokes weed all day, yeah, man, I could do this, I could do that. And they could do a CD cover. Still artwork. That's an essential skill. Photoshop, that's an essential skill. And we got AI to replace them now. You might want to get in 2025 some business and legal acumen, because then you'll be able to take that easy art form artwork and actually learn how to make minimum contacts with the situation around you, licensing agreements and things like that, and control those fees. Now, if you got an LLC, you can't do it on behalf of an LLC. When it comes to legal representation at court. But you can draft your documents. You can draft your own documents. See what I'm saying? And how do you know if you're getting fucked from a deal? How do you know your lawyer ain't paid? One time I had, the fuck is this shit called? Atlantic Records. They were talking to me, and we were going to get a deal going on. Okay? It was a $50,000 deal. They wanted their lawyer there sitting across from me. They said, you could either get a lawyer, I didn't have money, or we'll give you a lawyer. But what if that lawyer's paid? A lot of shit that 18, 19-year-olds do. I never signed the deal. I didn't understand the deal. Good thing on me. And I was going to audio engineering school in Manhattan. I also went to mechanic school in Manhattan. So my point is, I didn't know. It's that lack of knowledge to get your shit on these platforms and to write the licensing agreements and deals and the entity structures and the protections thereof. That saves money. It saves money. And then when your business actually does flow up, you can not only save that money, but then you can find out what the valuations for those services are. And then you can inspect the work of the people below. Because most lawyers, they like to make a quick buck being a slut. They only shake their ass like strippers when you deliver cash. And they'll give you boilerplate clauses, standard contracts, and then look at you like, yeah, this is good. Disgusting. Fucking disgusting. Because they're going to do minimal work for maximum payout. So that shit, this is what I serve. Hey, this is what I do. And we're still in that HTML. Multiple skill sets. File storage, Google Drive, Dropbox and management. And asset management. Legal protection and intellectual property. You got to get song copyrights registered with U.S. Copyright Office. A artist name trademark. God damn it. Artist name trademark. Logo visual trademarks. Domain protection, right? Get some of that UDRP action. Contract essentials, producer agreements, collaboration agreements, performance contracts, management, booking agreements, scaling long-term growth, team, build strategy. Phase 1, solo, bootstrap, focus on core competencies, outsource specialized tasks, use freelancers for design, video, editing, photography. Yeah, go get the cheap guy. That means the guy, God damn. Phase 2, growing revenue. Hire virtual assistant for administrative tasks. Bring on social media manager. Work with booking agent for live shows. Phase 3, sustainable business. Full management team. Dedicated marketing, PR professionals. Tour manager and crew. Business manager for financial oversight. Exit strategy and legacy building. Long-term objectives. Catalog value. Build valuable song catalog for potential sale and licensing. Brand expansion, merchandise, endorsements, business ventures, industry influence. Become tastemaker, mentor to emerging artists. Passive income, royalties, investments, and business ownership. The expanded framework provides the systematic approach necessary for independent artist success in 2025. Like the strategic management, we employ a smooth operation of law, irrevocable trust. Every element is designed for maximum control, optimal returns, and sustainable growth while bypassing traditional industry gatekeepers. The key is consistent execution across all these areas simultaneously, treating your music career as both an artistic endeavor and a sophisticated business operation. Success in today's music industry requires the same level of strategic thinking and operational excellence we apply to intellectual property management and trust administration. Be advised. Be the fucking one who just heard me speak with my beard and act like what I said was weird. And find yourself getting fucked up because you're all not going to hit lottery. But what you can do is have a fucking monopoly over your capacity to fucking execute your own lifestyle and operation. If creation is your identity, then identify with the structure that takes that creation, protects it, and gives you longevity, because any good man leaves an inheritance to their children's children. After you get the business operations done and you start booming and getting successful, why don't you go ahead and put a master licensing agreement and all IP controlled by the trustees of a trust? And then when people try to dispute about who has what, it'll even survive your death and legacy. It'll already be spoken for. And your children will be able to enjoy what you created. Now, I know how to do these things. I know how to draft every fucking one of those contracts. And some. Because I dedicated myself to the craft of not allowing somebody to draft the control of my existence, the leverage of my position. And I know how to defend against any form of tyrannical force over the mind of any man that's free. And that includes my own. I am my number one asset. I am my trust's number one asset. And my ability to clarify is an asset in itself, and it's protection for my ass. So there's not going to be somebody that's talking percentages and shit and trying to volley me. Now, if you follow that strategy, and you allow yourself to embrace the duty of being able to execute that strategy, you will control the projection of your own branding. You will be inoculated from being blacklisted, There is a rapper. He's still alive, a Canadian, who is an American, Tom McDonald. And his wife, Nova. They make political tracks. Trump supporters. I love him. Because he never was held to any other standard. He's a good example of what I'm talking about right now. Mm-hmm. He does it all the time. He does lives. He engages. He does things. Good man. I like his music. But the one thing that I respect about him is that exactly what I'm saying is exactly what he did. Millionaire, running around with some platinum Cuban links. I don't know. White gold, maybe. I don't know. I don't care. Fresh to death. Young gentleman. He was a wrestler, I believe, like them WWE type wrestlers or whatever. And between him and his wife, a house divided, can't stand. Hey, between him and his wife, he created his own empire. Strong control. He just put out a song, 1 million overnight views on YouTube. Dedicated fans. Sells his own albums. Online. But what did I say? Trump, he got big. Trump was president, first presidency right before that, but mostly during that time, right before that, but mostly during that time of Trump's first presidency. And all he did was just look at political shit and be like, stupid. And rap about it. Did a very good job. I'm talking about powerhouse of a gentleman. May the Lord bless him times 10. But the biggest thing that I'm trying to mention is he did it independent. He wanted to say what he wanted to say, and we had Antifa and all these fucking bitches running around, hitting people with locks in the sock. You know what I mean? In the streets. Man grabbed the microphone, did it. He even did a song with Ben Shapiro. Amazing. Shout out to him. And was it nobody, no leftist, no nobody? You know what I mean? When they were doing an I Hate Donald Trump campaign, taken away from his ability to create $1 million. See how that works? High survivability, not tethered to anybody. Because he developed the skills to pay the bills and keep his drill for real. So that's what I tell you guys. Don't be around people who say, I know this guy. I know that guy. I've done this. And the fruits of your labor exist where? In the mind of you. Monetize. Thrive. Destroy all competition. Okay? God bless. I'm Raymond DeLeon with Smooth Operational Law. And what I just laid out is part of the power of what makes Smooth Operational Law be everything instead of secure party creditor. And I'm going to give a capstone. Secure party creditor is a nice method for an idiot. But some of its foundation, and by some of it, I'll say about 75%, has the right idea executed the wrong way because you got a bunch of people that operate like the people in the streets. I know something. I did something. Okay, this is how they do. I know a law. I know. Pay me this. You ask them. Can you represent your process in courts? Why are you in a court? Because you live in the United States? You're not supposed to be a citizen. Well, the Mexican nationals aren't citizens and they're in jail. I'm just saying. You might want to take your private interest, which is where the theory actually holds, but be able to communicate it into the public so that when you have to represent your position, because you might have some, I don't know, cabal or whatever the fuck court system actually inspecting you because you're operating inside their nation state, you may understand how they're going to view you and be able to communicate your operation in such a way where it facilitates your win. It's like when in Rome, you might want to speak some Latin. But today in Rome, you speak Italian. You don't speak Latin. It's communication. So the private interest, it makes sense. Do I know how to communicate that? Yeah, it starts in IP. That's how you take control of the name. And I'll leave it there. God bless.